Hey everybody, it's the Yuki once again, giving you guys this week in Yuki Productions. This week in Yuki Productions, we're talking about the schedule. We'll also talk about other new stuff that's coming up in the streams and new content that's coming up for Francis the Hedgehog. And we're gonna be doing a lot of new stuff this year, especially prime time. But let's get started by talking about the schedule for this week because there is a schedule change. So tonight we continue our speed running for our super worlds. We have two super worlds to speed run. But because there's going to be an overflow, there's going to be a 2 extra days of speed running next week. Then we return to viewer levels in 2 weeks. Okay? And the reason why there's an overflow is because the two super worlds that we are speed running took over 1 hour each, and one of them is 2 hours. So therefore, to compensate for that, we have to cover both parts. So I did it in two streams for both of them. So if we have to do an overflow run into Wednesday, I would pause the original run at that time and then pick it up exactly where the time is. So, for example, if we finish the first section in 1 hour 14 minutes because of dinner, for 1 hour 14 minutes 30 seconds point 66, then I would pick up the run at exactly that moment. Okay, okay, minus a few frames. So keep that in mind. Same thing if we overflow on Wednesday. If we overflow on Wednesday, it becomes a Monday, and vice versa. We have to finish it by next Wednesday now, so we can get back into viewer levels and our regular schedule for Mario Maker. Okay. Speaking of Mario, tonight we have our Serene Fusion Part 2. We are in the first part of the game. It's actually a pretty good ROM hack. Make sure you guys play it. I might even do a gameplay series of that on Mario Maker Yuki. Okay. Then we have our Final Fantasy 9 episodes, two this week, Tuesday and Thursday, and it looks like we are very close to the end of this game. But it's going to be the hardest battles you're going to see. Okay, it's going to be the hardest part. Okay, because it is the final part. This is it. Once we get through the portal and stuff, we're there. We're going to see Transkuja and Necron. And once we beat Necron, that is it. That's done, kaput. We'll see you in Tales of Graces. That will be our next game. And speaking of JRPGs, I am working on a JRPG dedicated channel here on YouTube. Okay, so get that ready. That will be starting with Tales of Graces. Okay. Then on Wednesday night, pay attention. We do not have Serene Fusion, not like normal. We have a Fortnite stream on a Wednesday. What's going on here? I'll explain what's going on here in a moment. But I will tell you it is a stream swap. Okay? I'll explain what that is in just a quick bit because on Thursday we do have a certain character from Final Fantasy 9 as me. Oh no. I'm gonna be playing a certain character from Final Fantasy 9 and I'm so excited to play as Freya. Crescent. I have to use her full name because everybody knows on this channel there is another Freya. That's Freya the Wolf, who I play as from very, very time to time. Freya Crescent is her full name from Final Fantasy 9. Like first and last name legal. I don't know her middle name, but I'm gonna tell you, Freya Warrior Crescent sounds right about now. Freya the Dragon Warrior Crescent sounds right because that's what she is, a dragon warrior. So therefore, that's what we're gonna call her, Freya the Dragon Warrior Crescent. And she will be making her debut on VR Chat officially on Thursday. I used her last night at our special VR Chat stream, which I'll talk about in this quick bit. And then we have our normal out of pocket on Sunday with Fortnite. And then we have Serene Fusion Part 3, but that's going to be on next Monday, along with Mario Maker and our normal schedule. So what's going on with Wednesday and what's going on with this swapping? And what happened last night? So last night we had a special VR chat stream to celebrate Gia's birthday. Okay? Now that's not the problem. The thing is, she wanted to do it with her friend. So I said, "You know what? Yeah, that's a better idea. That's a better idea." So we decided, you know what? Yeah, 9:30. 9:30, we're gonna do it. Now that was a conflict though, because we had Fortnite on Facebook. So to compensate, I did a stream swap. So we did the birthday stream yesterday. So we did that. That's good. We were done with that one, and that was a lot of fun. Now keep in mind at that time, 9:30. We don't stream at 9:30 VR chat. That's about to change starting in May. We're going to introduce VR chat prime time, but I'll explain it in just a quick bit because it has something to do with the time. So we did our VR chat yesterday. Now, what happens is that the stream swap because I swapped the Fortnite stream for this special edition of VR chat. But this is not VR chat prime time. It's just a special. It just happens to be at 9:30. Now, where does this swap happen? So instead of just one Fortnite stream this Sunday for the out of pocket, I decided to put it on Wednesday. Now keep in mind this is still at the same normal time, the same time as normal at 9:30. So we're gonna have a little bit of conflict with algorithm as well, but we're gonna have to do it because of the swap. So this Facebook stream is now a YouTube stream. Okay, so I swapped it on Wednesday. So that's why there's no Serene Fusion. But that would put Serene Fusion on the next official day for Serene Fusion, which is Monday. So here's how the swap works. If I had to change one stream for 1 week, I would be able to do so. The catch is that the original stream that was supposed to be on that day is going to be put on the next official day that we usually do that game. For example, like with this example, Serene Fusion. Serene Fusion is usually Mondays and Wednesdays, okay? Because it's going to be our Mario ROM hack. But because we did the VR chat, I swapped it to put it on next Monday, so we can do the Fortnite that we did not do on Facebook. That's okay. Another good example would be when Francis the Hedgehog comes, because I know for sure everybody wants to see him. So that would let's just say for example, that would make a Tuesday or a Thursday um be a, be acceptable for a swap because normally we would do VR chat on Thursday under this scheduling format. But Francis the Hedgehog is technically our mascot. He gets dibs when it comes to VR chat. So I would be willing to swap the 5:30 Final Fantasy 9 stream and move that to the next available day, which would be Thursday in this case. Okay, but then I would keep the Francis the Hedgehog there, and then Final Fantasy 9 will return on Thursday, and then the following week it will be on Tuesday again. So based on the schedule. However, I cannot. do the following. So, for example, if we have to do a swap where Francis the Hedgehog comes into VR chat on Tuesday, for example, I cannot put Final Fantasy IX, let's say, on Facebook. It's not like a situation with Fortnite. Fortnite is universal in a way. Final Fantasy IX is not. Because it's a game that came out originally in 1919 or excuse me, 2000, 1999 or 2000, and nobody's gonna play Final Fantasy IX. Nobody. Well, unless you're a speedrunner, I don't see anybody else play Final Fantasy IX, so I cannot swap it to Facebook. Nobody's gonna watch it, in my opinion. So I cannot put Francis the Hedgehog on Tuesday and then put Final Fantasy IX on Facebook. That's not how it's gonna work. Even though Francis the Hedgehog has a page on Facebook, it's not gonna work that way. Okay, so it has to be a fair one, and it has to agree with certain parts of the YouTube algorithm. I don't want to just say, "Oh, we're gonna be doing Final Fantasy." I mean, VR chat, and then we could do Final Fantasy on the different platform. No, that's, that's not how it's gonna work. Okay, and certain streams have to be YouTube to YouTube only. Now, let's talk about the next part, and the next part is going to be about content, especially specifically Francis the Hedgehog. The Maria arc stuff has started. Make sure you guys check that out. The Maria arc is by Shadow the Hedgehog. Make sure you guys check out those reactions. And we do have some classics now on the board for our Hedgie boy. So the classics I'm talking about are from the Sailor Peace section. We have the we have Shadina and meets North Star and Shadina and Amy finally becoming friends. Those two are now up on the board, and there are two more coming up. The Sonica the Death of Sonica the Hedgehog now on the board. I just released this 35 minutes ago, as of the recording of this video. Okay, so make sure you guys check that out. Okay, and there's gonna be a lot more. There's 7 parts to this Maria arc. Please make sure to watch it in order. This is an arc after all. And then what's gonna happen is we're gonna have random Mario videos this week as well. So get ready for that. Now I want to go into something interesting. And I want to go into this. Does anybody remember this survey? If you do, good job. I want to go over the survey because I wanted to see where you guys are at when it comes to content on the channels. This is more of let me get my feedback. I want to see what you guys like and don't like. So here is what we got. So far, live stream in general. Where do you want them? You guys want them more on YouTube, so yeah, that makes sense. Yuuki Productions main channel. Which content do you like most so far since I had this channel? And when I say since I had this channel, I mean as far back as when I started. And you guys actually like the new stuff. Live streams with Final Fantasy IX, Mario Maker, etc. And you also chose VR chat. Either the the role playing stuff or the live stuff. So that makes a lot of sense. I had a feeling that was going to be working. Which content do you like when it comes to live streams? You guys like in terms of like uploads and all that good stuff. 50% of you said competitive games like Call of Duty, Fortnite, Rocket League, which makes sense because we've been doing Fortnite. And 50% of you said Mario Maker and a variation when it comes to like um viewer levels, endless run, etc. The next question is which content do you not like when it comes to live streams? 50% of you said VR chat live, 50% of you said competitive games. So it's basically like a almost counteracting the first question, which was which one do you like? Okay, so that's what we have there. And then what would you like more on this particular channel? And we're talking about the main channel. 50% of you say competitive games like Fortnite, COD, and etc. And 50% of you said Mario Maker, which makes some sort of sense here. I actually had a feeling it was gonna happen, but it was not this extreme. JRPG channel. It was supposed to be called Yuuki Productions 3 before I changed it, but we are doing a JRPG channel, like I mentioned earlier. So 50% of you said Pokemon, 50% of you said other RPG franchise, JRPG franchises. So anything other than Tales, anything other than Final Fantasy, anything other than Persona, which makes sense. The second question is, do you like the idea of Yuki Coin poll wars and Yuki Coin incentives? 50% of you said yes, and 50% of you said no. And I had a feeling it was going to be like that because you don't never know how to sabotage a Final Fantasy stream like that. Do you like the idea of change the channel changes to a JRPG's G News channel? 50% of you said yes, 50% of you said no. Mario Maker Yuki, that is particularly for Mario Maker. Content for Mario Maker 2 and beyond. What content do you enjoy on the channel? 50% of you said the idea zone. 50% of you said the spotlight level. Makes sense. I agree there. Should I consider live streams on this channel again? 50% of you said yes. 50% of you said no. Now, I want to remind everybody that we have been trying it on Twitch, but it's not like it is getting views, but it's more like for viewer level. So I have to consider that option where we go on Twitch again, but only when we do viewer levels. But that's not every week because I want to rotate. What content are you looking forward to? 50% of you said Super World playthroughs, and the other half want to do the speed runs, which makes sense. And then everybody said no on do you like the Twitch idea, streaming on Twitch? And everybody said no, which makes sense to me. Let's talk about Mario Yuki itself, the Mario channel. Do you like the idea of Super Mario 64 ROM hacks on this channel? 50% of you said yes, 50% of you said no. What content would you like to add or experiment with on the channel? 50% of you said keep it at Super Mario 64 ROM hacks. 50% of you said normal Mario games like Super Mario 64, Super Mario Brother, like that. What do you think of the idea of turning the channel into an all Mario channel, including game and music? 50% of you said good idea, especially for Mario fans, and 50% of you said not a good idea due to content already there. Okay, I'm kind of getting that. Now it's time for Francis the Hedgehog's channel. Do you like the current channels he's reacting to? This is referring to Sailor Peace, Lugia the Dark Angel, and Shadow the Hedgehog. There is no official Mario channel yet because Mario is universal. So, so assuming that there is no particular Mario channel, 100% of you said yes. Do you like the idea of him, Francis the Hedgehog, reacting to Mario videos in the very near future, which just started? And everybody said yes. How strict should I be when it comes to VR chat series with him there? All of you said not as strict. Okay, so yeah, I kind of see why. And I'm gonna remind everybody have this age. Francis the Hedgehog is 14. You want to get my real age? Multiply his age by 2. That's all you have to do. Double. Should Francis the Hedgehog be reacting to deviant art of character art? And you guys said yes with Mario characters. So I will consider that going forward. Would you like Francis the Hedgehog to live stream Mario games? 50% of you, all of you said yes. But 50% of you in particular said without the bid war or poll wars and incentives. And 50% of you said yes with those bid war, poll wars, and incentives. So anything like sabotages, spin the wheel thing, those are my what we call incentives. And the poll war, bid war is where you vote on certain things. Okay. Next, we talked about the infinite zone. Oh, by the way, the channel is still active. I'm just working on some stuff for it. I don't want to spoil it. Let's just say I got ideas for my own channel for Francis the Hedgehog. Just a different background and a different setting. The first question is, do you like how Infinite reacts on the channel? And I'm talking about my version. 50% of you said yes. He is, yes, he is very nice. But 50% of you said no, he is way too nice. What am I referring to in this question? I am referring to his character in general. Infinite the Jackal is actually an evil character. I made him a nice character on my channel. But 50% of you said way too nice. So yeah, I'm gonna put down my niceness a little bit down to 95%. Anyway, let's continue. How do you like the experiment where he reacts to non-Sonic characters? When we're talking about non-Sonic characters, I had an experiment for 1 week because we started Final Fantasy IX, where I would react to as Infinite Jackal to on non-Sonic characters like Freya from Final Fantasy IX. But you guys don't view it that much, so yeah, I'm gonna go back to the Sonic characters. That makes sense. Yuki VR with his 4-hour VR chat, role playing, and VR chat videos. I asked you guys, would you like me to add all videos from the main channel to this channel that are VR chat related? 50% of you said yes. 50% of you said no. Yuki Creations, I'm gonna put this as I have to see where I'm going with this, but 50% of you for this portion said making Unity experiences video games. My idea for this was to make some stuff happen. Okay, experiment zone, experiment on channels. Here's what you guys said on which experiences are you interested in for different channels. Check as many as you like. So Mario Maker Bingo and game and music. You guys like that? You guys like Super World playthroughs and Twitch for JRPG live games. And then Mario Maker in the mornings. Meaning instead of just Mario Maker at night, Mario Maker in the morning. So yeah, that makes sense. What else to talk about? Well, there's one more. And that is going to be to the preview of gaming news. We have a big article to talk about in our gaming news today. It's a short article, but it has a big impact. We're gonna be talking about what's going on with X Defiant. There's a new article out, and it is this article from Insider Gaming from Tom Henderson. We're gonna be reading this article for that episode of Gaming News, and it's a huge one, uh, knowing that A lot of people are looking forward to this game. Okay, that's all for now. We will see you guys later for Mario Maker run, and we'll see what happens soon. Okay, enjoy, and we'll see you guys soon.